The Wyoming House of Representatives restores then kills a blockbuster property tax relief bill. The city of Sheridan is working to help a homeowner whose house was destroyed in a 32-hour standoff with an alleged cop killer. And Jackson's Jim Waldrop wins this year's Big WYO Tourism Award. We'll take a look at these stories and more today from Wyoming's largest news organization. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily. State Representative Steve Harshman may have taken a few gambles Tuesday afternoon to save his blockbuster property tax reform proposal that would have eliminated property taxes for about 97% of Wyoming residents. In exchange, the state sales tax would have been hiked 2%. But political reporter Leah Wolfson said Harshman's gambles did not pay off, and the bill was killed on its third reading Thursday.
This bill had been significantly softened on Monday on its second reading, reducing the property tax exemption from $1 million to $200,000. Also, it lowered the increase in sales tax rate from 2% to 1%. Harshman brought back the original bill for consideration on Tuesday. The House rejected the vote by a 47-14 vote.
The Sheridan City Council voted Monday night to waive roughly $11,000 in permitting and dump costs for the woman whose house was destroyed during a 32-hour armed standoff between police and a suspected cop killer. Cowboy State Daily's Claire McFarland spoke to Sheridan Mayor Richard Bridger, who said the community is trying to heal some wounds for the homeowner, Carol Hamilton.
He described it as though the city is coordinating and private contractors are stepping up and also helping. He urged the public to be patient as the city works through the legal procedural side of helping Ms. Hamilton.
State Senator Lynn Hutchings believes the social push over gender pronouns is getting out of hand and wants to do something about it in Wyoming. The Republican from Cheyenne said that's why she sponsored a bill which would prohibit the state and its political subdivisions from requiring the use of terms like gender pronouns as a condition of employment, contracting, licensing, or getting grants. Cowboy State Daily's Leah Wolfson says the bill would also extend to all county governments and public schools in Wyoming.
I spoke to Hutchins about this bill, and she said it isn't really stemming from a situation that's ever occurred in Wyoming, but she did have a constituent that was worried that it could come up sometime in the future.
Hutchings says the act regarding compelled speech and state employers protects free speech because, quote, the state should not compel someone to do this. I'll be back with more news right after this.
Three Crown Petroleum is a private oil and gas company that drills oil wells in Wyoming, adjacent states, and internationally. Three Crown is actively looking to lease minerals for drilling or to buy minerals, royalty, or existing production within Wyoming. To learn more about Three Crown, call or text Howard Cooper at 970-756-4747. Again, call or text Howard Cooper at Three Crown Petroleum, 970-756-4747.
Investors behind a major trona mining project planned for southwestern Wyoming have placed a price tag of $2.6 billion on building a sprawling mining and processing operation in Sweetwater County. In the company's application submitted Monday with the Department of Environmental Quality's Industrial Siting Council, Project West disclosed plans to hire about 170 workers to begin construction in January of 2025. That's according to energy reporter Pat Mayo.
They put some specifics, some meat on the bones as far as housing and the requirements, and they're trying to negotiate some deals with hotels, RV parks, anywhere that will put up housing for some of the people who will be building this $2.5 billion plant.
Roughly 300 full-time workers will be needed as the Trona mine, which will be located near the I-80 and Highway 30 interchange, shifts to production. And tourism is big business in Wyoming, and every year one Wyoming citizen wins the Big WYO Award for making significant lifetime contributions to Wyoming's tourism and hospitality industries. This year the winner was Jim Waldrop, who oversees the Ward Hotel and the Silver Dollar Bar in Jackson. Tourism reporter Renee Jean said Waldrop was completely taken by surprise by the honor.
When he was a boy, a young Boy Scout, he was having a little armchair adventure, reading his parents' National Geographic magazine. And then there was an article about the Grand Tetons. And so when he graduated from high school, his brother loaned him a car. They drove out to Jackson, backpacked in the Grand Tetons, backpacked through Yellowstone, and it was just a life-changing experience.
The Ward Hotel and the $1 Million Cowboy Bar are legendary Wyoming places, and Waldrop said overseeing those properties is a dream job. And that's today's news. Get your free digital subscription to Wyoming's only statewide newspaper by hitting the subscribe button on CowboyStateDaily.com. I'm Wendy Corr for Cowboy State Daily.